Hey guys, what is up and welcome to my channel. It's a hardback life. Today we're just going to be discussing my wrap up, and I read a total of 6 books. There are 6 books in July, and I generally loved all of them except for one. And we're just going to get to that one first, so that get that out of the way, because yeah, Children of Time. That's one of the books I read in July. This is about basically the last remains of the human race are like searching for a planet to live on. Or, well, they're trying to find the planet the lost human race, the ones that have gone before them, have laid out a path for. When they get there, they find out they're not the only people or their only race of people on this planet. The other species are spiders. Just put that in terms for you. And there's this virus and all this other stuff. I gave this book a 2 out of 5 stars. And the reason I gave it a 2 out of 5 stars, guys, not because the concept is great. It's a really well thought out concept, and you could tell the author did his research in this book. But when I read any book, I want most books, I want some good character development. And this didn't have any of that really. The author cared more about the story and getting the factual evidence to back it up, like whatever, which was good. You need that, especially if it's about terraforming and all that stuff. So yeah, I gave this a 2 out of 5 stars because, like I said, there wasn't much character building. Pacing kind of sucked. There were moments where I'd be drawn into the story, and then other moments where I just was like, "Blah, this sucks." And then the ending was good though, but it took so long to get to the ending because it's like 600 pages exactly, I believe. But 600 pages of terrible pacing, and yeah, I just wasn't my fave. Yeah, so that's that. Then I read The Vanishing Half. This is a carryover from June into July. I absolutely love this book. I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. It's about twin sisters named Desiree and Stella who run away from their home when they're 16. They grew up in a town called Mallard, which is home to um, people who are very light-skinned African Americans, and they these two left town. The sisters left town because they wanted to make a better life for themselves. Um, their mom wanted them to drop out of school and help her work with work, and they obviously didn't want that. And in the midst of this story, one of the sisters gets a job where she has to pass for a white person, and she succeeds, and it goes even further to the point where she falls in love with someone, and she continues to pass for white the rest of her life. And obviously there's consequences to that. And then the other sister decides at some point to go back to her hometown and live the rest of her life there. Now, this is a multi-generational book. This takes place between 1950s to the 1990s. It involves their mother, them, and then their daughters. It's so good, you guys. This deals with a lot of identity and race. It's just fantastic. I'm gonna do a book review about this soon, so be looking for that. This is called The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. Definitely, highly recommend you pick this up. Right. Then I read Stormfront by Jim Butcher. This is the first book of a 14 book series called The Dresden Files. This is super good. I loved it. This is about a guy named Harry Dresden who is a wizard and also a detective. He helps the police investigate a lot of supernatural situations, and it's everything that I was looking for in a fantasy like this. It has a lot of comedy because Harry is super funny. It's got a lot of action and a lot of character building, or at least for like the few characters that are in this book. I love it, and the main protagonist is fantastic. So that's Stormfront. Okay, these next three books are part of my reading rush TBR. These are all three books that I completed within the reading rush. Simon versus the Homo sapien Agenda. This is for the prompt to read a book based off of a movie you've already seen. And that movie was Love, Simon. I absolutely loved the movie, and I read the book, and I love the book even more. If not, I might think it's equal amount. But I love this book, you guys. It's a coming of age story, I believe. Coming out, really. Where the main character he's emailing someone, and his emails get found out, and he's being blackmailed to do something for someone else. Otherwise, if he doesn't do that one thing, he's going to be outed. And it's so good. So good. And then I read the first book in the acotar trilogy by Sarah J. Maas, also known as A Court of Thorns and Roses. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. And I decided to read these because this whole series first, because it's only a trilogy and a novella, versus Throne of Glass is 7 books. And I actually read Throne of Glass last year, and I have to say I enjoy this book more than I enjoyed Throne of Glass. But I did enjoy Throne of Glass. Not to say that it sucked. I'm just saying I like this book better. And the last book I read was Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. This is about a girl who has the disease SCID, which means it's like immune deficiency disease or whatever, and she can't go outside or else the slightest thing could kill her. And in this book, she meets a boy that moves in next door who she falls in love with, and she basically is tempted to go outside. It's a really good book. I loved it. I actually finished this book 10 minutes before the reading rush ended, so I got lucky and I counted it. This was part of the prompt, read the first book that you touch. I did a eeny, meeny, miny, mo thing for this, so that's how I ended up reading this book. But anyway, guys, definitely recommend this book. A book that also is by that author I'm definitely going to pick up is The Sun is Also a Star, because I've heard a lot of great things about that book. But anyway, you guys, that was my wrap up for July. And I'm going to be posting another video for my Tome Topple TBR. So look for that probably by tomorrow, because yeah, I'm really excited about my month of reading in August, and I'm gonna update you guys on more books to come. So, yeah, I shall see you all later.